A quiet defection is taking place across Silicon Valley. Engineers inside the world's most valuable companies, including Nvidia, are actively walking away from the coding environments they have used for decades. This migration has spread to Uber, where engineering teams are swapping their standard tools for a new alternative. It is a pattern repeating across major tech platforms globally, with Shopify seeing a similar exodus of high-level developers. The tool capturing these developers is growing at a rate rarely seen in software history. It hit $100 million in annual recurring revenue in just 12 months, then passed $1 billion by late 2025. By February 2026, that number reached $2 billion. This mass defection by elite engineers suggests that the established method of building software, writing it line by line, is no longer the most effective way to compete. For years, the market was dominated by GitHub Copilot. Backed by Microsoft, it became the industry standard by operating as a default plugin. But Copilot's architecture created a persistent limitation. Because it lived as a plugin within other editors, its awareness was often restricted to the single file a developer had open at that moment. This meant the AI could suggest the next line of code, but it struggled to coordinate changes across an entire project. Simple tasks like renaming a data type that touched 30 different files still required manual labor. 4 MIT students realized they could bypass this by rebuilding the entire coding environment. They launched a new editor called Cursor, designed to give the AI access to the project's entire architecture. The financial results followed immediately. After scaling to $100 million in a year, Cursor's valuation climbed to $29 billion by late 2025. By early 2026, reports indicated they were negotiating a new round at $50 billion. By discarding the traditional plugin model, this startup managed to challenge Microsoft's distribution advantage without spending a single dollar on marketing. The industry is moving toward a model where AI does more than provide tech suggestions. It can now reason through a multi-step engineering task. Cursor uses a feature called agent mode. Instead of writing syntax, a developer provides a high-level instruction, such as refactor the authentication system to use JWT tokens. The AI then executes the entire workflow. It analyzes the existing code, writes a plan for every file, implements the changes, and generates tests to verify results. This shifts the human's role. The engineer is no longer a manual laborer. They are an orchestrator managing a digital workforce. Cursor charges its users $20 to $40 a month, roughly double the price of its Microsoft-backed competitor. For a company, the subscription cost is secondary to the cost of human time. A senior engineer's compensation can exceed $150 per hour. If Cursor saves that engineer 1 hour of refactoring per week, the tool pays for itself in days. In elite engineering, a tool that reduces cognitive load and accelerates decision-making will always find a market, regardless of the subscription price. Despite this growth, Cursor faces a structural risk. Their $50 billion valuation is built on infrastructure they do not own. This cash flow diagram shows the problem. User revenue comes in, but is immediately drained by API costs paid to companies like OpenAI. When a power user runs complex tasks, Cursor's costs spike, making their most engaged users their least profitable. While Cursor manages with cost, Microsoft is already rebuilding Copilot to match Cursor's features, and model providers like Anthropic are launching their own direct competitors. The ultimate winner of the AI coding market might not be the team with the best user interface, but the company that owns the intelligence models themselves. To protect its margins, Cursor has begun training its own specialized models, like Composer 2, to reduce its dependence on outside tech giants. This is a move toward what the company calls the Self-Driving Codebase. In this model, developers manage parallel fleets of AI agents that can maintain codebases, roll out features, and monitor production autonomously. The future of how we build software is no longer about who can type the fastest. It is about who, whether it's Microsoft, a group of MIT graduates, or the AI itself, will ultimately control the orchestration of the work.